Okay, so where did we stop last time when we spoke is on how to understand that entire um, Adisila. So we will now continue further on Adisila. So what have to be practiced is not that five sila, which is the starting point, but then we are going further from that. So basically, one second. Basically, what I'm doing now is that I'm looking at my behavior, that is achara, and gochara, which means where is it going and um, getting established. So I have to look at both achara and vichara or achara, gochara, that where mind is getting established. Okay, that's a practice I need to do. And today we have started jhana here. So to cut this mind from going somewhere, I need to, I as a witness, should see where the mind is heading. Okay. So what is my achara? Achara is what is that I want. That's achara. Okay. Achara is like I want praise. I don't want blame. I want pleasure. I don't want pain. I want profit. I don't want loss. And I don't want what I can say, I want fame, but I don't want defame. Okay. These are the eight worldly way of looking. So that's my achara. So now I have to see this achara has to be dropped. That will give me Sakadagami experience. Okay. So having understood for myself I am a Sotapanna, I am now going on a higher seal than the lower seal, which is just five precepts. Okay, so that's a motivation. Always we have to remember that we need to be motivated. If there is no motivation, then nothing will work. That's chanda. Basically, is interest. It brings in motivation also why you are doing. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Just like on job, we do it because we are getting promoted or we are using our skill or whatever it is. If that is unknown, I don't know why I'm going to job, then rather I will not do the job. So it will get into depression. So I was telling in the morning to these people, today being Jhana, 99% of the people will get into depression because they don't know what is the purpose of doing this. And it's not closed eyes meditation at all. So it becomes even more tough. At least in a closed eyes, it is easy because you're just sitting. Maybe people are thinking that you are meditating, but you might be sleeping or you might be doing anything. But now here, you can't close your eyes. You have to watch the mind without closing eyes, which is even more tougher. So that is my thing. Why am I doing this? Because this is Mara's field. The senses are Mara's field because they die. Ultimately, if you want to strangulate someone to death, means that you have to press here. And that's the reason you press here. The entire eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body is here. Five senses are here. So basically, I need to know if somebody is doing like this, they're cutting the oxygen supply, which is the prana or the life. So the consciousness then doesn't get a footing, it can't stay. So what happens? Consciousness departs, which we say a dead person. So what died? So if somebody asks what died, the eyes are dead, ears are dead, nose is dead, tongue is dead, body is dead, and the mind is also dead. Supposing while somebody was doing like this, I remember something. And after that, blankness appears. In that blankness, Mara comes. He picks up the Vijnana, and based upon wherever it is conditioned to be, that consciousness will get established there. So when I am meditating, when I say I use the word meditation, I have to drop that meditation word because I'm not meditating. I am developing the mind from not establishing here to somewhere else. So we have to come out of that habit of meditation. That's not the right thing in Buddha Dhamma. It can be good in any other place. It's fine. Now we might argue then some people have reached arhat with doing that. Yes and no. You have to change the course. Initially you start with it, then you come to Buddha Dhamma. You can't be doing the same thing again and again and expecting the same results or different results. You do the same experiment, you get the same result. You do a different experiment, you get a different result. Okay. So the mind should be made to know that this six senses is Mara domain. And Kama is exactly where Mara is. So if I say Marana, it is Mara, basically. Okay, that's Mara's field. So that's not a safe grazing. So in the Dveda Vitaka Sutta, Buddha explains this. Where is the Mara, where there is no Mara? Those people who have this difficulty should refer to MN19 and go deep into it, not just seeing MN19 as a 19 and saying that I understood. You have to go deep into it and see what Buddha says. Kama Vitaka, Vyapada Vitaka, Abhihimsa Vitaka. These three deliberation are related to Mara. Okay. So I am letting go of Mara today because I'm going in Jhana. Jhana cuts off Mara. I had informed Bobby some time ago. He had asked me this question. I had shared with him Nivapa Sutta, which explains what is Mara's domain and what is not Mara's domain. Hope he has not forgotten in all of these Vipassana courses what he does. So he should remember that Mara's domain is sensuality. Out of Mara's domain is non-sensuality. Okay, so basically, so why am I doing what I'm doing today as jhana? It's not to be in Mara's domain. Yeah. When we say we are doing 3 days of jhana, its reason being I have to come out of Mara. And hence the starting point is vivicheva kamehi, vivicheva akusala dhammehi. Vivicheva kama means secluded from sensual pleasures. Basically, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, secluding them, pulling them off. Nekkhamma is to pull off. That's the reason Nekkhamma Sankappa, which means you pull it out. Don't make it stay there. It's Mara's domain. Abhyapada Sankappa. If Nekkhamma is not done, the Bhyapada will multiply. I'll have ill will. Just to ensure that I don't have ill will, I should pull the Nekkhamma. That is pulling off his Nekkhamma. You can even check it on ChatGPT, and Aryu has done a good job on depth of Dhamma. So you can just search for that keyword, it gives you. So it is really making me cooled off because I don't have to explain so many things. I just have to say, go and refer to what Aryu has shared, and it relieves me of pain of explaining again and again and again. I appreciate whatever you've done, all the punya, let it go to you, Aryu. You really saved me from constantly explaining Pali words, and I got tired of it. Actually, in these last 8 years, I've really got tired because they do what they want to do. At least now there is these AI tools, so some sanity comes. I guess they may or they may not. At least I don't have to explain. Anyway, coming back to this is that that's Mara domain. Six senses are Mara domain when it gets into pleasure mode. So vivicheva kamehi, secluded from sensual pleasure. Vivicheva akusala dhammehi. That means the five hindrances. So today, whole day, I shouldn't feel drowsy, okay? Because that's Mara. I shouldn't feel ever hungry, because that's Mara. Ever thirsty, Mara. So the 10 armies of Mara, we had covered it all the time. Some time ago, please refer back. If you've forgotten, go to that video or search for 10 armies of Mara and you will see it for yourself and you read or do whatever you want. So today, you are escaping Marana, death. Okay. From today onwards, that is, if you do a very good job on 3 days of Jhana, if you do 3 days of Vipassana, you will be able to come into a state of existence which is Sakadagami, which means the gross Kamachanda and the gross Vyapada is gone, or Patigha, which is striking. So nothing strikes inside your mind. Okay. So these two will drop off. What remains is only subtle Kamachanda and subtle Vyapada, which is okay. Still there, but it is better. So you need to know for yourself at the end of this travel whether you are a Sakadagami or not. Okay. Now, that's what I call as, not I means, that's what Buddha says as state of what? Achara gochara. I am not grazing. So, what are the wrong gocharas? Sensual browsing, just browsing the internet, just watching YouTube videos or Facebook or Instagram or whatever kills you. Actually, it kills you. Whatever kills in the name of killing time, and we use it. I'm killing time. Actually, you're killing yourself. What do you mean killing time? Time, irrespective of whether you kill or not, it'll kill you. So you don't have to kill the time. Just wait. It'll kill you. And some people make a lot of effort to kill time. I don't know why. If they sit there wherever they're sitting, they'll die anyway. Okay. So arguments. There's another place. Never argue. On Dhamma, if you want to argue, is fine. But for any other matter, don't argue. It's a waste of precious time. You're not escaping. Somebody is pulling you inside the jail. Don't do that. Then the third one is political rage, comparison, and then applying for multiple jobs, moonlighting, sunlighting, bird lighting, or flash lighting, or whatever lighting, and so many professions I would like to do, make more money, and all of that is wrong gochara. Not that you shouldn't have money, not that you shouldn't be rich, not that you shouldn't enjoy your life. Know that do it in a proper way. Mara will not take it if you do it improperly. If you're on greed or hatred or something like that, you are in a bad cycle of existence. So let's say what happens. If it happens that way, what happens? You will lose whatever you are gained now. That's simple as that. Now let me give my own example so that it becomes more beneficial. As I remember one of my life clearly, okay, one life completely from my parents, that parents to wherever, how I died, etc. I find one strange occurrence. I know 22 subjects, okay, and I can do a lot of miracles, which are called miracles of magic or whatever you want to call. One of that magic is to walk on water, which I don't know how to do it today. I know I have done it. but I don't remember how I did it. Go inside a wall. I can't do it now. So, out of 108 siddhis, the competition was to go to Varanasi or Kashi and explain how many things you can show. So, if I look at that kingdom where I was from, or that house where I am from, I remember, I remember my family. I had two children and a wife. Okay. If I see all of that, I had 94 siddhis out of 108. Out of that, only 16 remains as of today. So what happened to them? It's gone because I was maybe arrogant. I was whatever I was. It went off. Went off means it didn't go away anywhere, but they are not accessible right now. So didn't I do wrong? Yes, I grazed into Mara's field. It was not right gochara. It was wrong gochara. Okay. Now, one of the key things what I even have today is to cure people with by touch or by sight. Now, should I do it? The more I do it, I found out after I came back from US, I found out that I'm going on the wrong gochara. I stopped doing it. So when Bobby's wife had a boil because of the water spilling on her, and I didn't do it. I could have done it. And later I told her I can do little bit, which I did, but I didn't do it completely because it drains off my energy completely and then it makes arrogance possible. It doesn't mean that I was arrogant when I came to US. I'm just saying that I would even lose what I have. So better not to showcase any kind of supernatural things because people get associated with me not because of Dhamma, they get associated with me because of supernatural ability, and that becomes a cycle of existence. So I stopped it. I did a good thing by stopping it because that would have become an obstacle on my path. So that is wrong gochara. So I shouldn't allow that to happen. That's wrong gochara. And the right gochara is breath, body awareness, Dhamma reflection, metta, etc. That's the right gochara. The best thing. So now I know this is Mara's field, this is non-Mara's field. So Mara will never come. Okay. So the first thing I need to do today as jhana is to remove Mara. That's all. That's the whole idea. So if I'm unclear, why am I doing jhana? Like some people feel that we shouldn't do jhana. Some people feel we should do jhana. Like there is one lady who has come here. She says that in a 20 days course and a 30 days course, they teach jhana. Goenkaji teaches jhana. So Bobby can answer that because he has done a 20 days course and a 30 days course as well. So he should comment on jhana. If it is true, it's good. If he's teaching jhana and I don't think so, then the confusion should be there. Should you do jhana or shouldn't you do jhana? Okay. The reason why you're doing jhana is because you have to come out of Mara. Simple, straight. If you have this clarity, it makes sense. So this is Mara's domain. This is not Mara's domain. So today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, whatever we're going to do is non-Mara domain. Mara cannot approach because it's only till Kamaloka. So we're not in Kamaloka. Clear? Then we come to the next section, which is Anumattesu Vajjesu Bhayadasavi. Seeing danger in small faults. You have to look at Mara. Don't look at any other thing that "Oh, should I tell lies or should that is gone. This children asking, Papa, should I tell lie or should I slander? All that is useless. It's a child question. Look at Mara. That's the right way of seeing. Do you want to allow Mara? Or don't you want to allow Mara? Simple as that. If you want Mara, keep everything, meaning keep your family, keep your prestige, keep your pujas, keep this, keep that, whatever you want. You beautifully decorate and keep it. Mara will come every day. He'll pick you up and go. Has deep sleep. And you can be happy. If you wake up, it's good. If you can't wake up, anyway, you're gone. So Mara has already done the job for you. This means you're alive only for 16 to 18 hours, basically, of whatever you believe you are. Right? So can those people who would like to keep it, I'm fine with it because Mara would be more than happy to have you. Those people who don't want to be in Mara's net, like the deer simile, what he gives in Vedavitaka Sutta. If you want to really see like that the Mara has put some domesticated deer along with the natural breed of deer. So these deer will make sure these ones, the domesticated deers, will make sure that these undomesticated ones are in the net of that person who has come to catch it. So, who are these domesticated deer? Husband, wife, children. That's all. Nobody else. So, if you have love and affection for son or daughter, husband and wife, you already have a domesticated deer. The job of the domesticated deer is to make sure that you are in continuous anxiety. Of what? Of losing. That's it. What else? I don't want to lose, which I'm losing. Okay. So I can't understand the jati dharma, that is birth, the jara dharma, aging, vyadi dharma, which is the diseases, marana dharma, which is death, losing all that I love, and the karma. So I don't get all these six, which means I don't fear of Mara. I fear of everything else. I fear the neighbor coming and hitting me. I fear a dog biting me. I fear not to be in India and I'll migrate to some other country thinking that that country will give me better living style, condition, blah, blah, blah. I'll do all of those things except for this. I've forgotten that Mara has sent his messengers already as wife or as husband or as children or a combination of all. If I'm a sane person wanting to go out of Mara's domain, I will not tell this deer. This deer means that what Mara has sent, that I'm wanting an escape. I will be with them friendly, but I'll not graze in that field. Bhayadasavi. That means I come to an anagami oriented practice now because if I come back in this human existence again, it's Mara's domain. So, my wish, if you wish, there's a sutta, right? If one wishes, my wish is to be an anagami or an arhat. That's it. Only these two things, because everything else is Mara's domain. So just give up. So, what it is then? A normal person might think it's a small irritation, but a serious practitioner will come to see that it is Vyapada Vitaka. He will drop it. A normal person might feel excited about going on some world tour. Okay. And a serious practitioner knows that it is Kama Vitaka. A normal person will think, let him teach him a lesson. Let me do that. And make sure he understands. A practitioner knows that it is Vihimsa Vitaka. So I will not do Kama Vitaka. I will bring Nekama Vitaka. I will not do Vyapada Vitaka. I'll bring in Abhyapada Vitaka. And I will not do Vihimsa Vitaka. I will do Avihimsa Vitaka. Why? It's Mara. Why should I do that? Have I gone nuts? So I will not hold anything, any grudge against anyone. Because that Vihimsa, I will not do. There is a misunderstanding. Sort out the misunderstanding. Case closed. Done with it. Why carry it and become Mara's greatest disciples? Anyway, he is going to take you. So shouldn't get worked up. Problem comes, solve the problem. Problem comes, solve the problem. In all humans, all the time, there are challenges, there are problems. They come and we just solve them. Just like washing machine is supposed to wash, but some problem comes. Fix the problem. That's it. In the same way, everything has some problems. There's no place in this world where the problems don't exist. So the problems are there and hence a solution. They take me on the job not because they want to take me on the job. They take me on the job because to solve problems. So my skill fits into solving a particular problem. So they hire me or my service to solve that problem. Just like plumber, you require plumbing. You want the water pipe, water to go in a particular way. The plumber has a skill, so he knows how to plumb it. So you can't take an engineer for a plumber. You take a plumber for a plumber. You can't take an architect for a plumber. No. Architect will do architecture job. Plumber will do plumber job. In the same way, wife will do wife job, husband will do husband job, children will do children job. So we all are here to do our jobs and go away from this place. So we shouldn't get associated. No. Kama vitaka, vyapada vitaka, vihimsa vitaka. These three things should be dropped right here, right now, as we enter into Jhana. So this is how my practice should be. Then comes the next section, which is samadaya sikkati sikkapadesu. Now, what is this word samadaya? We keep on reading it, but we have not really not seen it, what it means. It's fully immersed in it. You're fully convinced that this is Mara's domain. This is non-Mara's domain. How did I get it? Well, I went through Nivapasutta at least many times. I don't know how many times I went through it. And I understood what Buddha is saying there. So I sat down, thought over it, and I dropped Kama Vitaka to see what happens. Indeed, he's right. You feel elevated. I got Samadhaya. So I accepted that inner contentment is far better than external grazing. So I dropped. The moment I dropped wife, it brought peace. Not that I had to kick her out or he has to kick out the husband. No, wife and husband are created roles. They're just roles. So there would be fault. A husband will have at least more than 60% fault. Maybe 40% he might know how to do it. Why? Because there's no job description for a husband. That's the reason. It's a guesswork. One husband, one family's husband might be good in the eyes of another family's husband. Meaning that family which is looking at this family may feel that there in their family that husband is very good. That means this person's wife might see this person's husband to be very good. And she might tell her husband, look at that husband, how he takes care of his wife. Now, this comparison is what is known as a bitcha. So then this husband will ask, then why didn't you marry him? If you feel he is very good, keep him. Then she will say, I gave an example because I want you to do like that, not that I want to marry him. But he's already married to him. Her mind is already in that domain. And this husband is now irritated, not happy. So what he does, he looks at that wife, his wife, and he starts comparing and saying, look, that wife, how much she does for her husband. If you were to do all of these things to me, I would have behaved like her husband. You don't do, so why should I do it? Now, this job description is not there. It's just an assumption. You are assuming, or that lady is assuming, this husband is good. This husband feels that that wife is good. Can they then interchange? And it happens. And that's called as illicit affair, which is kameshu michachara. Why? That wife found something good in that husband. This husband found something good in that wife. So they married that good quality and this good quality, not realizing that there are bad qualities also. Please understand, it comes with a complete package, both good and bad. If he was undertaken this Mara thing, would he have even thought about comparing, or would she have thought about comparing with another's husband? No, she wouldn't have, or he wouldn't have. So, are you happy with your wife, no matter how she is? Is she happy with the husband, however he is? Considering they both are Mara, that Samadhaya accepted the training fully, not partially. So then I say, this is how I'm going to live. I will live peacefully within myself, and I will make the other person also live in peace. So now I have come out of Mara. Because I don't want this. Not at all. Not at all. So samadaya sikhati. I learn continuously, refine it, refine the body and the mind. Not on the cushion. No. Refrain from doing bad things. Just do good things. Doesn't matter where I'm sitting or what I'm sitting with. So repeatedly returning back to the breath and forgetting irritation, craving, heedlessness. And because of that, bhavana happens. Bhavana means mental development. Happens through repetition and correction. Why? I've been repeating to look at my wife in a normal sense. Now I'm seeing at the same wife from a Dhamma sense. Because the gochara, I've understood. It's a wrong thing. The deer, simile, I shouldn't forget. Domesticated deer. Don't be with the domesticated deer. So leave them. Sikkhapadesu. Now I have Sikkhapada. Learning. What am I learning? Jhana. That is what I need to learn. That is Adi Chitta. And there's a sutta for that explaining what is Adi Sila, Adi Chitta, Adi Panya. If somebody asks, why are you following the Buddha? I am going to answer this to develop my mind. That's the first answer. What are you developing? Developing Adi Sila. I'm developing Adi Chitta. I'm developing Adi Panya. That's what I'm going to say. If somebody asks me, do you do Vipassana? I say no. Because that's not development. That's a technique. I don't do it. So having understood the Dhamma correct, this is both includes or both involve the Saddhanusari route and Dhammanusari route. Doesn't take only one. So what I'm explaining is both sides liberation, not one side liberation. So you, depending upon your mental state, you can take either of the side. Fine. So I do this. Then that my whole life becomes Chitta Bhavana. That means I've come to the Adichitta. So today, first day of Jhana, I'm coming into the training in all the four postures, being in a state away from Mara. Okay. Then when I do this, what should happen? What are the result? My Sila, Indriya Samvara, Sati Sampajanya, Anapana, Sati, Samadhi, Vipassana, Viraga, Nirodha, Patinisagga going to happen. It completes the journey. It takes me to Arhat. If I do Samadhaya Sikkati Sikkapades, then Sila is taken care. Then Indriya Samvara is taken care. Sati Sampajanya is taken care. Anapanasati is taken care. Samadhi is taken care. Vipassana is taken care. Viraga, Nirodha, Patinisagga. So it is completely ending of asavas or defilement. Only if avidya remains along with bhava, that is the ruparaga, and mana udacha, then I end up in the next 3 days being an anagami. So basically, if I follow this process in 10 days, I can get into arhat. So what is the final essence of an ordinary living is life is filled by impulsive. Here in Samadhaya, is life guided only by Dhamma, no impulsive. Practice limited to meditation sessions only, formal meditation. Whole life becomes bhavana. That is Samadhaya Sikkati. Sense contact lead to proliferation. That is not known in the ordinary living. Sense contact become mindfulness training with sati. Rules seen as restriction. That is, I go to a monastery, take five precept, and do some puja, Buddha puja, that puja, this puja, etc., etc. And I think that is what gives me liberation. Whereas now I know training is the only ground for liberation, which is Sekha. Okay, so I'll follow Sekha Sutta, MN 53, to the dot. Ordinarily, breath watching means taking a cushion and sitting, or going to some retreats. Samadhaya Sikkati is you don't have to watch the breath. Breath is a natural occurrence, and the sati is completely established. In an ordinary living, mind repeatedly boils between raga, dvesha, and moha. In samadhaya, sikkati, sikkapadesu, mind gradually cools, settles, stops. Okay. Finally, ordinary living is samsara, samsarana. This way of living is nissarana, cutting the going around. Now, having done this for myself, I go to the next section, which teaches me about kaya kamma vachi kammena samannagato kusalena. So now my body, my mind, verbal is completely controlled kusala, through kusala. Now, what does that mean in terms of this practice? In Anāpanasati practice, it means that vitakka vichara is completely gone. Kama vitakka, kama vichara, gone. Replaced by savitaka savichara, which is the first day of our jhana. Then, if done well, the second day or second jhana is avitaka vichara. So there is no verbalization self, which means I have come to Arya Sunni Bhava, noble silence. The mind is at last, the chatter is silence. And the Kaya Kamma, which is nothing but in breath, out breath, is completely peaceful. So, what happens? When I'm speaking with someone, only peace. That's it. Because I don't want to lose peace. Whether the other person is peaceful or not, I have no problem with that. But I don't want to lose peace. My peace is not due to him or her or to any object. My peace is devoid of objects, no objects. As an example, when the wife comes and argues with me, she's not arguing with me at all. She's just making some sound. So why should I get disturbed by any sound? That's it. Like that. Can be wife, can be husband, can be neighbor, can be this, can be that, can be whatever. But that's what is seen. So my kai kamma, vachi kamma is perfectly taken care. So from unwholesome to wholesome, from harming, non-harming, from exploiting, non-exploiting, to misconduct, to restraint, from laziness to diligence, that I've completely developed it. Now, having developed both of them, what happens to an anagami stage? Family life, no manipulation. Working life, no greed driven conduct. Food and shelter, clothing, non indulgence. Money, clean spending, no misuse. Teaching, dhamma, all the time. Conflict, no humiliation, no verbal injury, no revenge. Daily duties with family, service oriented. I'm serving my wife and son because I don't own them. They are guests in my life. Take care of them. And so with everyone. Okay. Then Parisuddha Jivo Sila Sampanno, pure in livelihood, accomplished in virtue, because my Kayaka and Vachikam are so purified. There is no deceit, there is no exploitation, there's nothing. So my Ajiva is pure. I don't think so. I need to talk anything about that. It's very straightforward. So then what happens? Then I come to the purity, complete purity. That is Sila Sampanna. I have accomplished it. Not the five precepts. That is like a child play. I've really done Sila Sampanna, irrespective of whatever is the situation. So I am in first jhana, or second jhana, or third jhana, or fourth jhana when I interact with people. So then should I sit or jhana? No, because it's already in bhavana. So what next to be done? Indriyesu gutta dvara. Now I don't want this dirt to come, so I fenced it, right? I fenced it. I once in a while check whether fence is proper. Has anything come and started grazing? So I look at the contact points. This is eye, ear, nose, tongue. This is passa. And I check the Vedana, feeling tone. Whether it is pleasant or unpleasant or it is neutral. And based upon that, just know it and catch a rising of the Vitakka. No, Nekhamma, Nekhamma. Otherwise, it will take one Vitakka. It will take Kama Vitakka, Vyapada Vitakka, Vihimsa Vitakka. So, example, somebody starts arguing. I want to reply. I need to recognize whether it is Kama Vitakka, Vyapada Vitakka, Vihimsa Vitakka. Categorize it. That's what Buddha is teaching. Dveda Vitakka. Deliberate what it is. Take a pause. Deliberate and see what it is. If it is going towards Kama, Vyapada, Vihimsa, do not graze. Make the mind away from that. Because seeing would love pleasant. There's an anticipation of pleasant. And the pleasantness is due to fantasy. And the fantasy craving. Craving will get into proliferation, which is papancha sanyas sankha. No proliferation. So when the seeing has happened, check, create a checkpoint. It kama vitaka. Yes, don't do anything. It'll pass away. So what should I do? Nothing. Watch the breath. Just watch the breath. Non-ownership happens. So same thing with ear, same thing with nose, same thing with tongue, body, everything. So I've done Indriya Guttadwara. As an example, phone usage. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't open the phone. But why? And that's part of Sati Sampajanya. Purpose, Sataka, Sapaya, suitable. Is this suitable for me? Is it suits me for Anagami or Arhat? Does this suit me? No, it doesn't. No, non-indulgence. Then Gochara, that's exactly what we're talking. Indriyesu Guttadvara. No Gochara, shouldn't go there. Stop. Oh, I'm watching for fun. Stop. I'm watching to learn. Stop. Why? What is there to learn there? Does that meet the purpose of being an anagami? No. Stop. Does it lead to nibbana? No. Stop. So Dveda Vitakka Sutta is very important for practice. Bring it, reflect it all the time. Then you are always in jhana. Then your mobile or whatever is not going to become an addiction. That when I sit, I don't know what to do, I keep on scrolling. Because that's Kama Vitakka, already taken over. So Mara's domain. Okay. So the practical insight here is that guard the senses before problem starts. Because when I take it, I see injury, I see insult, I see this person did this, that person did that. He shouldn't have said this to me. He should have said that to me. He did, she did, he did, that guy did, this guy did, that person did, this one happened, that one happened. It's only about complaint box. That's all. There's nothing more than a complaint box. You just keep on complaining as though the complaining is going to help you in coming out of it. No. In fact, it does the other way around. The more you complain, the worse it gets. Find a solution, then complain. And for a solution, you should close the sense doors because it takes into biased situation. See the problem as a problem. Don't make the person as a problem. That would be the practical insight of this Indriya Gochara or Uttadvar. Once I've done that, Sati Sampajanya is straightforward because my thing is about asammoha, non-delusional. There's no confusion. Either of the three will happen. Kama vitakka, vyapada vitakka, vihimsa vitakka. So either I am in sensual domain or I am in irritation or vyapada, ill will, or vihimsa, injury. With this approach, I'm not in any one of these. So my grazing ground is jhana. So that's the reason Buddha says in the Niramisa Sutta, be always in this. And that's the reason Moggallana says, it's not about talking, it's about verbalizing. Stop verbalizing, not talking. It's not about saying, I'm meditating, please stop talking. It's mental chatter that has to stop. This physical talking doesn't make any difference whether you talk or you don't talk. If that were the case, those who have practiced 60 days of this non-talking, have they improved? Even if they were given 1 lakh days, they will not, because the mental chatter is there. They're physically behaving, everything is okay till they are in the retreat. Once they come back home, same problem persists. No change. And hence, many people whom I met, their husbands or wife make fun of them because they couldn't see any change. Initially, there was some change, and ultimately, there was no change, which makes after 3, 6 months him to book another retreat because he feels if I'm a retreat, it's very good. Yes, it does, but he's in moha, deluded. It's bhavana, not meditation. There's nothing to meditate there. What's there to meditate? So today, when these people are sitting, they're supposed to be knowing the breath all the time. Number one. Number two, where the mind is leading. So they have to see jati dhamma, how they are born, how everyone is born, what makes them born. Jara dhamma, what makes it aging. This is dhamma. Dhamma means nature, quality of a particular nature. It's jara dhamma. Then vyadi dhamma, disease. Marana dhamma, death. And the next dhamma, after all of this, you have to let go, right? So you are going to lose everyone whom you like. Ah, that is a death time. Sorry, sir. If you sleep, whenever you sleep, you have let go of your belonging. Let's say if some people are sleeping here, a burglar comes, takes all the things and goes away without that knowledge. Who can it not happen? So Mara exactly does that. He's the burglar who doesn't require any door. He can unlock any door, take that person and go. Can you block Mara from coming? Maybe you can have security cameras for the human burglar not to come. Okay, done. You're secured with VPN lock and this lock and maybe 128-bit encryption with different algorithm for encryption. But what is the algorithm or encryption methodology for Marana? Can anybody give that? Can you stop Mara? If somebody has that from using AI modeling, can give me that source code. Let me go through it and see how I can use it. It'll be good. If you can stop birth through some algorithm, tell me. Don't even know why you're born here, let alone finding an algorithm for it. Can you stop aging? There are a lot of studies being done now on anti-aging, but can they stop? You can delay, agree. You can find Botox, you can find this, you can find that, you can take some tablets, multivitamin, blah, 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 all of that, and maybe keep it in abeyance for some time. But then nothing can be done. Can anybody predict somebody's death? We can only say, looking at his condition, Bobby, I read your message. I didn't understand anyway. I'm going to talk to you later. So, thing is that the Marana Dhamma has to be transcended. That's possible. That's what we should do. And that's in our hands. So do well today for these people who are practicing on the jhanas. Do what serves you right. And when you do that, the last one is santutti, content. Now I'm content that I'm out of Mara's domain forever. That's it. That's my practice of Adisila. Now I know why I'm doing Adichitta and how that leads to Adipanya. So now I'm confident, I'm motivated to be on this path. Hope people sitting here helps them to understand Mara. They don't understand me, they have to understand Mara, the indweller of death. Not that he's going to come. You are death. You, whoever that you is death. If I say Vilas, it's death. It's a death sentence. Only the day and time of hanging has not been pronounced by the judge. It's a day of judgment. Every person sitting here in this hall or anywhere, any human, they are on judgment day. They've been sentenced to death, hanged till death. But the day and time has to be filled. In fact, while they were in the jail, they saw some people coming and taking them away. But still, these idiots don't open up their eyes. They believe they have been pardoned. What idiotic thing is this? Like in the case of my father, the messenger of death came. He picked that guy up, went away. And my father threw his dress, which is that body, which we went and cremated. So, how many people were there when this thing happened? Myself, wife, my son, my brother, his wife, his daughter, my mother were in the jail when this person came, picked him up, and left. Because the judge pronounced the time and the date. So they said, pull this guy up on 4th of May 2010 at 5:10 p.m. Okay? Please take him out. He came, gone. So what did we do? We threw the body because of no use. Instead of throwing it, we burnt it. That's a very better way of putting it. And where did we throw? Or where did we burn? In a corporation crematorium, right? Where do you burn your garbage? Same place where this guy got burned. Then came my mother. Same thing. Now, how many are left? 6 people only in this family. Only 6 people left. So the death sentence is already pronounced. Don't play with Mara. Don't take him too lightly. He will pick it just like this. You won't even know that you have lost your loved ones. It's gone. You can sit and cry forever. It'll never come back. So don't take Mara lightly. When you're practicing, know that Mara is just there in front of you. The time and date is the only missing field in that. Everything is preset. So if you think you can enjoy life, think twice. You can't. So don't take it lightly. Take it too serious. You're playing with death. And nobody can escape. No one can dare to escape. And if you believe somebody can give you back, okay, keep on doing it. Absolutely fair. But nobody can stop Mara coming because you are Mara. So how can it be stopped? Mara is not a human being who is going to come and pick you up. He'll send messengers of death. There's in fact a sutta, messengers of death. And go through it if you feel, I think I misunderstood. Please go and read. Okay, that's it for today. So hopefully everyone would practice diligently, patiently, ardently, whatever. And know for oneself, you're playing with Mara and you shouldn't play with Mara at all. So all the loved ones will be gone before you wake up. Tonight, not later, tonight. Those staying in America, in few hours' time, they are dead. Those in India are alive presently. Yes, true. When people in America wake up, people in India are dead. Mara comes, picks you up in 18 hours' time. Want to save yourself? Try. You can't escape. Even if you take into insomnia, don't want to sleep, doctor will put you on a sleeping pill. Or even if you skip that, you're dead anyway. So you couldn't skip Mara at all. You're lost out with Mara. So who is the winner? Mara, not you. Unless you're on Jhana, win over. So escape Mara by being an Anagami. All good? So start. That's it. Any questions before we close for today? Anyone here having any doubt? But shouldn't have doubt, but still asking. Anyone on the video? 11 others are there. Okay, no questions. Then time to end. Do well. Escape Mara in these 3 days of Jhana. Okay, bye bye then. Take care.
Thank you, Viraji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye
so
bye. Bye.